No dobrze, mamy to. Co się stanie w odcinku 77 full? Jaka jest ta dodatkowa scena, która jest szalona? Zobaczmy.
The episode 77 is
Zobaczymy, co
complete now,
ISO ma do
and the only thing
powiedzenia.
which is missing at the moment is 2 minutes of new secret scenes that Boom promised to add in the full version of the episode. And it's supposed to already come out on this week's
Nie wiemy,
weekend
czy
if
to
everything
będzie
goes
miało 2 minuty, może mieć więcej oczywiście. On chyba powiedział ponad 2
according to
minuty,
Boom's
nie?
plan. And while we are waiting for it to happen, I decided to give you my
Zaraz
best
sprawdzimy, nie?
predictions on what we might see in it
O,
because as
ciekawe jakie są jego przypuszczenia.
you remember, some of my theories regarding the fourth part of episode 77 actually came out to be true. And I'm going to also discuss
Serio?
the hottest theories
Co
that
on
occupy
powiedział?
the
Już nie
mind of
pamiętam.
Skibidi fanbase
Czemu mówi,
right
że to
now,
prawdziwe?
and give you my personal opinion on what I find really plausible to happen in the actual episode.
No
And
dobra,
just
jestem
as always,
ciekaw,
I
co on
also
tutaj
paid attention to
wymyślił.
my subscribers' theories, and I'm going to mention the most interesting of them as well today. Now get your tea and snacks ready, and prepare to watch this video to the end, because this is going to be really interesting. Let's go. And be sure to also give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel, where I make a
Oczywiście
lot of
wstępnie
entertaining
bardzo
content
długi.
while
Zostawcie
you are
lajka,
waiting for the full
subskrybujcie i
episode to
te
get
sprawy, nie?
Okay, so
Przejdź
if you're
sobie do
subscribed
rzeczy,
now,
a
let's
nie
continue.
tam gadasz o
And well,
lajkach.
based on the 4 leaks that
O.
we received a few days ago, we know
No
for
ona
a
się
fact
pojawi,
that
nie?
Astro Duchess is coming back together with her Astro Squad.
No to
So
wiemy.
I won't be talking too much about that, as it is already confirmed. But what I'm more willing to discuss, though, is the forgotten case of Tytan cameraman, who is rumored to be in the second leak, as well as the new character Astro Duke, which is more
Jak
than
w
likely
drugim
to appear
przecieku
soon in
był,
the series
co?
as well. Okay, so let's start with Tytan cameraman, who doesn't really let me sleep at night peacefully since episode
Wydaje mi się, że on się
74,
pojawi w
where he
podsumowaniu
presumably
sezonu
disappeared
prędzej.
after heroically taking out the whole Astro Toilets armada, but also suffering great injuries himself. But we were never shown his lifeless body, which is contrary to Boom usually does when a character of his series passes away. For example, when Plungerman passed away, we saw exactly how his body
No
stopped
właśnie,
working,
widzieliśmy
and
to.
all his comrades
A
freaked out
Tytana
while
nie
watching him to
widzieliśmy
do so.
śmierci, nie?
But in Tytan Cameraman's case, everything happened to be much more ambiguous and interesting.
No, tu
We saw
tego
the
nie
shocked
widzieliśmy.
reactions of Titan Speakerman and the Alliance's agents that saw Cameraman taking the forces of Astro Fleet down. But what happened afterwards was just a giant mess, where we couldn't see a trace of Titan Cameraman's body, dead or alive. And more information was revealed to us in the full version of episode 76 as we finally got the translation of Astro Duchess's words with the UFO toilet. And this conversation between 2 Astro characters revealed
No
that
tu
a squad
mieliśmy o
of
tym,
Astro toilets,
no właśnie,
which was meant
zespół
to track down the
zginął.
survived Titan cameraman, has gone missing, and now even Astro Duchess and the UFO toilet are uncertain about their fates. And at the end of the full version of episode 76,
No i
we
mają
saw
jakiś
both of them
plan te
flying to
Astro,
the
nie?
next point of their destination. And well, I've already said that Astro Duchess is meant to appear in the full episode 77 because
No
her
ona
face
jest
was shown
silniejsza
to us
niż
directly
myślimy,
on
tak
one of the
szczerze.
leaks. Which means that the high time has come for Boom to finally show not only the Astro Squad to us, but also Titan cameraman it was chasing after. So the plot of the full episode will most likely split on 2 separate
Byłyby
sequences.
jajka, jakby jeszcze Duchess zdradziła tego Duke'a na rzecz G-Mana, nie?
The first plot arc will still involve Titan G-Man and Astro Juggernaut that got separated from the Skibidi army and Astro Fleet. And I believe that in the full episode we'll see the prolonged and more epic fight between the Skibidi from G-Man's squad and Astro Toilets. And that's exactly when the Astro Squad led by Astro Duchess can show up.
No ale to
And Titan
ciekawe, co
Cameraman
się
can
stanie
also
z tym
appear as well out of
Skibidi,
nowhere
nie?
in the middle of the battle and take everyone by surprise, even his own comrades. And if the Speakerman's armada will also show up somewhere in the meantime, that would simply mean that we should expect the craziest 2 minutes in the history of
No
Skibidi
pytanie,
Toilet.
czy oni się
So
pojawią,
I'm
nie? Bo
not
to
really sure
nie
whether
jest
we would
powiedziane,
see
nie?
everything that Boom promised to us so far, and probably he will have to give something up in order to cook the full version sooner. So it's possible that some of what I was talking
już
about
niedługo
could be left
odcinek,
for
ja się nie
episode
mogę
78
doczekać, nie?
already. And obviously I wasn't the only one who was expecting Titan Cameraman to return, and my subscribers also shared some thoughts on this
No
possibility.
każdy chyba czeka
So
na
I
tego
noticed this
Tytana
comment
Kamera,
from the
nie?
user named EA Probur who wrote, "The secret scenes sound like the brand new episode. It's obvious that Astro Duchess will show up. Initially, I thought that they're planning to track down Titan Cameraman, so I think we might see him while he's absolutely wrecked, given that Titan TV man who's the best Alliance's tech got injured from simple Astro toilets. So Titan Cameraman is absolutely cooked. And let me say something here. Although it is really possible that Titan Cameraman might face an unfortunate turn of events in case he shows up, it would be pretty weird of Boom to reintroduce one of the most beloved characters who managed to survive.
No nie,
the
no tak
hopeless
szczerze, to
situation
Tytan
before,
Kamera to
just in
raczej
order
się
to
pojawi
destroy
w
him in front of our
podsumowaniu
eyes.
sezonu
Wouldn't
najprędzej,
it be more
moim
beneficial for
zdaniem.
him to give Titan Cameraman an epic comeback and then develop his plot arc to a more promising direction? Well, at least that's what I would personally do. And then the brother writes, I suggest that Duchess and the Duke will come. Of course, Duke won't come for the pathetic injured Titan Cameraman, as Astro Destroyers can take him on their own. I think Duke will come for the traitor G-Man instead.
Po
That's why
G-Mana,
G-Man
Duke?
went somewhere else, because definitely
No
Astro
chyba, że
Toilets
dalej
are
są w
very
tym miejscu i
goddamn strong.
rzeczywiście Duke
There's
jest
many
tam, gdzie jest
possibilities,
G-Man,
such
nie?
as Duchess chasing Titan Cameraman with the UFO toilet, and suddenly G-Man comes to the scene with Juggernaut trying to cap him. If it happens, I swear G-Man would be the smartest ever in the series. What confuses me is how would the Duchess and Astro Group chasing Titan Cameraman would meet up with G-Man and Juggernaut? And how would the Duke come? And I really like the
Tak,
idea
wszyscy
of a
się
completely
nagle
separate
spotkają w
plotline
jednym
involving
miejscu. Nie, no
Astro,
to bez
Duchess,
sensu
Duke,
trochę,
and
nie?
G-Man. So now let's talk it in details. I already mentioned Astro Duchess and Titan Cameraman, who were spoiled to appear in the leaks for the full episode. But what about the mysterious Astro Toilet with the red device on his forehead? And I am pretty sure that in can be Astro Duke, who was teased to appear just as
Serio?
much by
Myślicie, że to
Boom.
Duke jest z
But
tym...
what do we know about him? Given his
Z tym
name,
hełmem?
it's plausible to assume that he's directly related to Astro Duchess, possibly as her spouse or father. Astro Duke's role within the hierarchy is also quite significant, possibly placing him among the highest-ranking members of the Astro faction. We know that from the dialogue that happened between Astro Juggernaut and G-Man at the end of episode 77, where it was implied that Duke is closer to the leader of the Astro faction who could be responsible for exiling G-Man in the past.
Ciekawe, czy
And
coś
now
jest
it's
ponad
unlikely for him to
Duke'em,
greet
nie?
the former commander back.
No bo
So if
jeżeli
Astro
tak,
Duke
no on
appears,
dowodzi...
we might see some revelations about his background and interactions with Astro Duchess, which would shed light on their potential familial or strategic bond. And I'm not really sure whether we'll see some of his battle potential in use or not, but I already expect it to be extremely formidable.
Mnie
As he's
zastanawia jedno, słuchajcie, ten znak, który ma Tytan Kamera i mają Astro. Czy oni nie są jakoś, nie wiem, ta technologia nie jest wykradziona od Astro, albo no nie wiem, dziwne to jest. No albo Boom po prostu użył tych samych
I
partikli,
think
nie?
that his abilities could include advanced tactics, superior physical strength
No bo
or unique weaponry.
co jeszcze może
And a
przyjść na
warrior
myśl?
like this could only appear in the most important battles where everything is at stake, so that the enemies of Astro faction wouldn't learn about his fighting patterns too soon and be able to come up with some resistance tactics. So right now we don't know much about Astro Duke, but I was so excited about his character that I already got some assumptions on what he might act like and what role could he possibly play in battles or strategic planning against the Alliance. So I would envision him as a commanding and really enigmatic figure, embodying both strategic intelligence and high confidence. He may act like a leader who has respect and loyalty from his troops, not just through sheer power, but also through tactical brilliance and charisma.
A, szczerze,
His entrance
no zobaczymy. Ja dalej chciałbym poznać plan tych Astro, co one kombinują, żeby odnieść zwycięstwo, nie? To mnie
into
zastanawia.
the plot would raise the stakes and add depth
No bo
to
ten
the
Duke,
Astro
no to
faction's
być
internal
może on
dynamics.
też nie jest
His leadership-
dowódcą wszystkich Astro, tylko on tam też został wysłany, znaczy szefem, tylko on jest dowódcą, nie? A nie jakimś tam władcą wszystkich Astro, tylko on ma po prostu swoich żołnierzy i
Could
tak dalej.
introduce the new strategies or tactics and become a turning point in the Astro Toilet's fight against the Alliance. If he shares a connection with Astro Duchess, then their shared history might reveal a deep personal bond. So his arrival could be accompanied by revelations about the history of the Astro faction or its motivations. And it would also be really cool to see his former connection to G-Man, who also used to be pretty high up in the Astro Toilet's hierarchy, and it's obvious those two knew each other well. So what happened though? How did G-Man part ways with Astro faction?
No właśnie,
And
bo
will he
mówił chyba, że w okolicach 80 odcinka się to wszystko wyjaśni, nie? Cała
actually
fabuła.
face any consequences
Tak,
for his rebellion
coś
soon?
kojarzę.
I really doubt that Boom would manage to put that plotline into the full episode, but I definitely expect this arc to get developed by episode 78 at the very least. And I also really hope that his personality might be just as complex as Astro Duchess's, because right now we have an idea that the majority of Astro Toilets are just senseless, bloodthirsty soldiers that are happy to destroy both the agents of the Alliance and Skibidi
No cieszą się
toilets,
tą
who are
walką, nie?
basically the
Te
kin
Astro.
of G-Man, the traitorous Astro commander. But what if with his appearance, we'll learn something new and unexpected about Astro Toilet's lore? That would be really insane. And that was all for today. Right in the...
No dobra, no zobaczymy. Jeszcze się okaże, że to tak naprawdę sojusz jest tym złym. To by było dopiero, nie?